Okay, so never mind, my theory is wrong. I swear, if this is like entirely new place. God damn it. I think Jessica is like the most unstable outside of Rosa and Maria. How do you want to test them now, Kinzo? It's suggesting that this happened many times before. At this point, this should be updated long time ago. What if this is like a big stage? This is so a loop. This story is a loop. One of the most important conversations for episode 4 theories, I think. Personally, I didn't thought about that. Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for another episode of Umineko. Yep, so, previous episode was pretty chill, and it was good, because episode before that, we had crazy episode, and chill episode was very welcome. Also, it's been few times already under my episodes, but I'm always surprised when some of you are commenting and telling me that after so many playthroughs that you've been through, or so many years, or how many times you watched Umineko episodes in general, you're still discovering new stuff. And last episode was the same. Apparently, that cell gives some hints that you was not aware before. And I'm curious. And I wonder, like, wow, it's been a few times already. Like, this game is so complex then. Like, if you're still finding stuff after several playthroughs or after years, then yeah, I guess there's a lot of stuff to take in. Anyway, sip of coffee? And let's go to the episode. Ushiromiya Kinzo killed 6 family members. He summoned strange, witch-like, demon-like people. Right out of the thin air. And with something like magic, began to kill people, one after another. It's just all so screwed up. Even though she definitely saw it. There's no way she could accept that spectacle. She's like Butler. She's definitely like Butler. Or maybe Butler is like her.
あれはきっとお父様の友人か何か。それがあらかじめ食堂のどこかに隠れていて、手品的に突然姿を現して私たちを驚かせただけなんだわ。そう考えなくちゃ、あのめちゃくちゃを説明できない。
Yeah. But when those 6 had their heads blown apart, a golden arrow had flown around and around the room. That's harder to explain, actually. I'm not sure what to think about this. It might be like a whip. Maybe they have like a weapon, like a steel whip or something. And they just blew pieces of heads with this. I mean, that's one of the explanations, right? That had truly looked like magic. Was that another thing we just saw wrong? There's no way it was magic. It was definitely some kind of setup. Since those heads were smashed, there's no doubt in my mind. There's no doubt it was some kind of explosive. For example, a Styrian toy plane, like the seal at the candy store, is painted gold, and with a powerful explosive loaded into the end of it. However, though it head seems to be flying about at random, Kiria couldn't imagine that after being fired 6 times, each time had perfectly hit the victims, square on the head, one after another. It couldn't be that there was a computer control system for finding and hitting targets, making it high-tech terrain plane on the same level as a guided missile, right?
そんなバカバカしい仕掛けを膨大な私費を投じて作らせたと。
I mean, Kinzo have all the gold he wants, so... That's one crazy theory. Like, I would never think about that. That's weird.
おかしな余興のために
This is like... insane theory about just an arrow. My idea of a steel whip is more like... on ground level.
お父様ならやりかねないって
A number of mysterious people appear out in the thin air. 6 people had their heads demolished by a mysterious golden flying object. And the 5 of us were locked away in a mysterious dungeon by the mysterious set of pitfalls, or else put to sleep by some fainting poison dart. The family conference started a bit after 22. It's only been more than 30 minutes since then. But they still could tamper with your clocks, so I wouldn't call this a fact. It's like, started at 22, we assume it's been 30 minutes. Most likely, even though I witnessed it myself, that event took place in such a short period of time, so I still can understand it, and I still can't come to grips with it. For argument's sake, even if we did get a hold of the police, it would probably be impossible for anybody to accurately explain what we saw. Even though I saw it just now, my brain fried, so I have no confidence in what I saw myself. Kyrie tried her hardest to cheer herself out of her overwhelming confusion, to just hold onto her sanity. Yeah, there's probably only one line in this phone. There's some portraits, I want to see them. What are the paintings? Background analytics. Is this the vase from Is this the vase from the backstory from Kuvadorian? I'm probably over-analyzing the backgrounds again. But there was a vase where Beato... I think it was Beato, yeah. I think we can like safely establish that it was Beato. Beato broke and Virgila put it back together and it broke again later on. Is it this? Or was it like smashed entirely? I don't remember it if it's smashed like entirely or it just like broke a little bit. So if it just broke, then it might be this vase. Huh. Kraus started to become desperate, hitting the hook multiple times and resetting the dial. Kraus had also been feigning composure, but he was unstable to hide his panic. The more he tried the dial, the more the pretense of serenity peeled away. I don't know what's going on anymore. Kyrie couldn't help but pray that the events that had just occurred were a dream. At that time, the look on Kraus' face changed. Oh? Wait, what? Who did you call though? Okay. That's surprising. You found the only line that works.
朝警察に連絡されまいと外部への電話線は切断したらしいが内線は切断し損ねている
But eternal line in the mansion also doesn't work, right? From episode 1 and 2, we remember that they couldn't like even, I think, call themselves like through the rooms, right? Or I remember it wrong, I don't know in the comments. Maybe I'm wrong. But I think like everything was cut.
内線? クラウスさんはどこにかけているの?
ゲストハウスだ。ジェシカたちの部屋の内線番号にかけている。もしもし。
Oh?
もしもし。私だ。
Did you go to
お
someone?
前は誰か。ゴーダか。ジェシカはいるか。無事か。
Wait, he actually... Wow, they actually got to touch with Goda, what the fuck? If Goda is in this, then... This is bad for them. Like, Goda can just report this to Kinzo and everything, or just by himself just cut the lines. Because like I said in the previous episodes, it's entirely possible that what we just see now, like the reaction and everything, is just for the viewer, right? Like every single previous episode, and we can just assume stuff.
ご無事でよかった。はい。 ジェシカお嬢様たちも皆さんご無事です。
父さんなの？無事でよかった。母さんは無事なの？
Oh,
そこ
yeah.
にいるの？
Godda still didn't tell them, okay. So, actually, it's not that long. It hasn't been long then. So, okay. Because we were wondering if a long time passed and they changed the time on watches. But apparently no, they did not change the time. Because after Goda and Kumasawa escaped, they went straight to the guest house. And they still didn't tell them about deaths. So it has to be like around... Okay, it's 30 minutes now. Okay, let's say 30 minutes. It's still a stretch because... how do I say it? Because how do you not tell someone about the events in 30 minutes? Like, guest house is like probably 5 minutes from the mansion, right? So that doesn't make sense. But still, probably their watches were not tampered with. And this place is actually somewhere under the mansion. Because it's impossible to like take them away to either Kuvadorian or to Chapel in this situation. There was no time. This phone call gives a lot of hints. Kraus had clearly seen Natsuki had crashed, had seen her killed right before his eyes. Eventually, he was going to have to tell that to Jessica. However, Kraus began to fret over whether he should tell her now or not, and lost his words. But even that was an answer under these circumstances.
母さんはわからない。無事を祈ろう。今はお前だけでも無事でよかった。
Oh. Wow. I wonder if Jessica actually understands. Yeah, she probably got the hint. Oh my god. Yeah, Jessica's voice was filled with tears. Kraus was certain now. Jessica and the rest had heard everything, start to finish, after meeting up with Gold and Kumasawa at the guest house. Okay, so never mind, my theory is wrong. Because she asked about Natsuki, I assumed that it wasn't on time. But since they know everything, that changed the situation. It could be longer than 30 minutes. It's entirely possible that it could be longer than 30 minutes. Okay, my previous statement still works, that it can be like either under Chapel or under Kuvadorian. When they learned that 6 people had been killed, they must have been anxious to rush over to the dining hall. Luckily, he would be able to call before they stormed off towards the mansion. Kraus was relieved at this good timing during such a tragedy.
ここには今、キリエさんと南條先生、それにシャノンとカノンがいる。地下牢のようなところに閉じ込められているが心配するな。こっちは父さんたちで何とかする。
A dungeon crawler. Yeah, about that.
あいにく、私たちにもここがどこだか見当もつかぬ。食堂の真下だと思っているが、そうでないかもしれない。
I wanted to check something before I started to record this episode, but I forgot. I wanted to check that one CG, yeah, backgrounds analytics once again, of the place where the gold is. Like, when Eva found this place, like I said, like, the color of the background, right? The staircase, I remember the staircase, but I don't remember entirely how the entrance looked like. There was like a... elevator, I think, maybe? No, it wasn't elevator. There was some stuff, like on the right side, and boxes, I think, on the left. I wanted to see if there's like anything that resembles like, I don't know, this entrance for example that's here on the background. Maybe like it's very close to the place where the gold is. Because that's what I assume, like from the previous episode as well, like this is either under Kuvadorian or under the chapel, and it's probably related to the Golden Land or even the same place. Like, unless we adding just new place. Umineko is adding new characters all over the place. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just add new places as well. Come on, if this is like entirely new place, I swear, if this is like entirely new place, god damn it. I have enough places to think about. Yes.
おじい様は今正常な状態にない。出くわせば危険だ。殺されるかもしれない。私たちを助けに来ようなどと絶対に思ってはならんぞ。こっちはこっちで何とかする。じゃあ
私たちはどうすればいいの？
はい。
小さなでよくも母さんたちを。
I have a feeling, I don't know, is it just me? Like, I think in every single episode when Jessica lost someone, she went into like rage mode. I think Jessica is like the most unstable outside of Rosa and Maria. Unstable character in Umineko. I mean, maybe not unstable, but when someone from her family dies, like everyone, yeah, they're like sad and angry. Butler also is angry, want to revenge and stuff, but Jessica is just like overflowing with rage and like revenge minds. I don't know, it's just me. I have a feeling like that. Yeah, again.
ジェシカ、そんな言葉を使ったら母さんが悲しむぞ。レディーはそんな言葉を使うもんじゃない。とにかく、お前たちは身の安全を最優先にしろ。
Yeah, you can't escape island because of the typhoon, but at least try to hide.
ゲストハウスを戸締まりするんだ。しかし過信はできない。1階のラウンジの大窓は破られるかもしれない。
True.
その部屋にとどまり、ベッドを立てかけてバリケードにするんだ。
Good thinking.
その部屋にはトイレも冷蔵庫もあるな。明日の朝までは籠城できるはずだ。いいな。くれぐれも物騒なことは考えるな。
Also, probably, like, the higher floor will be better, because you cannot break through the window if it's like upstairs, and you have to like care only about one entrance basically. If it's like on the ground level, then you just have like everything around, like all the windows are danger. On the other hand, it's less safe because you have less means of escape also, so it's like double-edged sword if you go like upstairs, but I still think upstairs will be better. If you hear someone like behind your door, you can like actually try and work out your way out from the window. Like you can like prepare some rope or something to just escape, unless there's more of them and they're waiting for you. So there's nothing you can do, even either ground level or upstairs.
母さんの敵を取ろうなんて絶対に考えるんじゃないぞ。相手を刺激せず、隠れてやり過ごすことだけを考えるんだ。
Yeah, I wonder what she will do. This is the first time that after Jessica rage mode, someone from her family actually telling her to not do that. So this is a different situation.
分かったよ。父さん、
After that, Goda took the phone, and was firmly told to supervise the kids well as an adult. Goda, with his face covered in cold sweat, repeatedly replied, yes sir, in an excessively tense voice. From there, Kyrie took the receiver and spoke with Butler, and when Shannon and Cannon got their turns, George and Jessica answered. Following that pattern, Nanjo and Kumasawa picked up as well, so that all members of both sides took the receiver in turn, confirming that everyone was safe for now, even if their location was unknown, and encouraging each other, coming to an understanding of the current situation for both sides. They wanted to talk forever, but now... Oh, sorry. Wanted to talk forever, but now was not the time to chat. Kraus explained that they would be hanging up for now, and those in the guest house consented. Unless someone cut your lines. I swear, I remember in episode 1 and 2 that all lines were cut, not only external ones. I swear I remember that. Well, yeah, each episode is different from each other. So from what I'm assuming actually. Because, yeah, there's like no correlation between them. For now, at least, I think. There's some similarities, but not all. It's like similar but different. So maybe in this game they just decided to leave the internal line up. For some reason.
分かっておさんやカノン君たちが無事だっただけでも儲けもんってやつさ私たちも頑張る父さんたちもどうか無事で
Okay, so he was able to calm her down. With that, the phone call ended. Okay. Gold and the rest of the men quickly descended to the first floor, closed the shutters, and secured the sturdy locks on the doors. However, just as Kraus had worried, there was nothing that could be done about the beautiful white window in the first floor long. If someone broke that, it would be easy to get inside. It wouldn't be hard for someone like Kinzo, who had hesitated at committing murder, to invade the first floor.
おじいさまたちは武装している可能性が高い。
What is this poster in the background? Is this like a sun or moon? Is this the pair of people? Huh. I wonder if this is like a movie poster. No, it's not movie poster, it's probably some kind of art or something. Also, there's like certificates or something. I wonder what are these? What do you think? What it is? It's probably a question that never anyone questioned. Because I am analyzing backgrounds too much. Maybe when the Umineko first came out, people were doing that. But yeah, what do you think? What could be like... What is this? Like, what can be like written here? And what's this poster here? What do you think? What would make sense in this place to have here? I don't think it's a movie poster, because Ushiromiya doesn't seem like people that would have movie poster in their mansion. But I don't know. Let me know what in the comments. What do you think about this background here?
部屋に閉じこもるのが最善かつ唯一の籠城方法になるね。
I wonder what's your theory about this?
自ら密室に閉じこもらざるを得ないのは苦しいところだけど、相手が銃を持っていたらそれしか方法がない。
親方様は実銃のコレクションをお持ちとの話です。
Yep.
そう、あれは銃だ。銃だったんだ。 だとしたら恐ろしい威力の銃だ。とても太刀打ちはできません。
頭を砕くなんてすげえ威力だぜ。
Yeah.
マグナム弾とかそういう類のやつかもな。
Oh, okay. I'm not know. Yeah, that's true. Actually, Magnum is like a pretty big bullet. I didn't thought about this. I didn't thought about firearms at all.
下手な扉なら平気で貫通するかもしれねえな。
Yeah.
だとすればますますに部屋に籠城するべきだね。ベッドを立てかけて窓も塞ごう。そこまですればいくら銃を持っていても踏み込むことはできないはず。
I don't know.
くそ、そんな受け身な防戦一方しかねえのかよ。くっしょ、うちの親父に上等を決めてくれてキリエさんまで捕まえたなんて。
Yeah, Butler is annoyed and
こ
everything.
いつは高くつくぞ。くそじじいめ。
Yeah, but it's still not a rage mode that Jessica is entering each time.
無理です。あんな連中に太刀打ちできるわけがありません。しかも親方様だけでなく手下も何人も。あるいはあんな連中がもっといるかも。あいつらは一体何なんだ。
Butler was filled to the brim with the urge to get revenge for Rudolph, and to rush out here to save Kyrie. But just by looking how terrified Goda was, there was no doubt in him that this would be reckless.
兄貴だって悔しいだろ。なのにここで籠城なんて。
Yeah, they have Shannon.
もちろんさ。僕だって悔しいよ。両親を殺されて冷静でいられるわけがない。
Yep.
でもだからこそ冷静にならなくちゃいけない。僕たちが無駄に命を落とすようなことを殺された親たちが望むと思うかい？
Also, this episode, George is less emotional than George from the previous episodes. Previous episodes, George was like crying and devastated by his parents' death, and now he's like composed and everything. He's still like sad and like torn apart about this, but he's not like, you know?
思うわけがない。せめて子供だけは逃げ延びてほしいと願
Yeah,
って
the
るはずだ。
adrenaline is pumping up. Actually, that makes sense now I think about adrenaline. Yeah, because in previous episode, we had someone who was like a murderer, they didn't know who. And it was like very calm discovery, calm in quotes. Because they found bodies and they could just calmly talk about this. And now we have like actually immediate danger. We just get a phone call, we know what's going on, Kinzo is going rampage somewhere on the mansion and you have to stay focused. And adrenaline is just pumping into your mind. And you just cannot be sad and cry in the corner right now in the situation. I guess that makes more sense. Like, yeah, there was like a mystery in the previous episodes that murderer can be somewhere like in the corner of the room or something, but it's kind of different situation. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's kind of different.
だから僕は生き残るよ。そして警察に通報し、すべてを暴く。仇は法廷が取る。それが僕の復讐だ。差し違えてでも仇を取ってほしいなんて、親たちが望んでいるわけもない。
Pretty much. Good job, George.
そうだろう。
そうだな。兄貴の言う通りだぜ。ちくしょう、クソじじいめ。何が儀式だ。
Also, how do you want to test them now, Kinzo? When they literally want to kill you.
俺たちがそのための生贄だって言うなら、意地でも逃げ切って、その儀式を台無しにしてやるぜ。
It's like finding their parents, the test for them. So essentially it's the same as the epitaph.
それでいいよ。それにバトラ君にはまだキリエさんがいる。僕にだってシャノンがいる。とにかく慎重に行動してチャンスを待とう。僕たちの不用意な行動は囚われの彼らに不利益を与える可能性だってあるんだから。
人質か。でもじいさまはきっとキリエさんたちを生贄にするために捕らえたわけだろう。
Pretty much.
俺たちが助けなきゃ殺されるのを待つだけじゃないのか。
彼らが捕らえられている地下牢がどこにあるかもわからない。シャノンもカノン君も、もちろんゴーダさんも熊沢さんも知らなかった。
At least that's what they all claim.
おじいさまだけしか知らない秘密の場所にある可能性が極めて高い。そんな状況下でうろうろと歩き回るのは自殺行為だよ。
わかってるよ。それでもくそ、俺たちはここで何かが起こるまで引きこもってるしかねえってのかよ。
バトラ様のお気持ちはわかりますが、ここは安全第一で参りましょう。旦那様の話では相当古い牢屋らしいので、なんとか鉄格子を破れるかもしれないとのことでした。今は信じて待つ方が賢明です。
おじいさまの手下が何人もいて、みんな武装しているんだよね。
ええ、そうです。そして多分みんな武装を。
Goda had been able to say that Kinzo had comrades with him, but he hadn't been able to mention that they were mostly young women like witches, who had used strange magic to murder. Yeah, that sounds awfully strange, actually. If he had said that, it would only have cast doubt on his sanity. Yep, pretty much. No, not only that, he himself still couldn't understand what he had seen, and was doubting his own sanity. But regardless of sex or appearance, regardless of whether it was done with magic or a gun, the fact that those girls had followed Kinzo's orders and killed 6 people in an instant was an unshakable truth. If that group came to attack the guest house as well, what could happen? Just closing the doors and windows like this was surely meaningless. This is getting intense. Goda and Kumasawa. The only thing left for those two, who had just witnessed this massacre in the dining hall, was to cradle their heads, without knowing how to interpret what they had seen.
Kumasawa-san, 大丈夫?
Oh, Maria is worried about Kumasawa. That's sweet.
お茶飲む?
Oh, that never happened before. What a sweet kid.
ありがとうございますね。申し訳ございませんが、しばらくそっとしていただけますか。
Are you planning something? That you want to be left alone? I don't know. Like recently, everyone in Umineko is suspicious to me. Maria tried to be nice, but it seems that Kumasawa still hadn't been able to clear away her confusion.
マリア、気を使ってくれてありがとうだぜ。
This cube in the background here, it looks like a cube from Portal or the cube bosses from like Genshin Impact. It's like been like a year or like I don't know when the Genshin like came up, but I remember there was a cube boss or something like this.
熊沢さんは休ませてやってくれ。
Jessica was also worried about the shock those two must have received after witnessing such a tragedy. But her wildest dreams couldn't even come close to the unbelievable scene Kumasawa had witnessed. Nevertheless, her mother murdered and her father captured. It wasn't as though Jessica could stay calm either. She sealed her anxiety and sadness using her anger towards Kinzo, and walked irritatedly around the room. She's so going to do something stupid.
熊沢さん、
She's so going to do something stupid and probably die. At some point.
母さんは本当に
ええ、あんなひどい死に方を私は見たことがありませんとも。
You didn't have to add that.
ひょっとするとまだ生きてて
No.
手当てをすれば助かるなんてことはないんだよな。
頭があんなことになって生きていられるわけがありません。
そりゃそうだぜ。頭が砕けちまったら手当てなんて必要ねえよな、普通。
I'm wondering if I saw this symbol somewhere. That's on this cube. When Goda had come flying into the guest house, he had overcome with agitation, told about the massacre in the dining hall without concealing anything. Except for the part about witches and magic, which they themselves still couldn't believe. In other words, he hadn't even sugarcoated the cold-blooded way in which Natsuhi and the others had died. It was too late now, but Kumasawa regretted the fact that they obviously said too much. However, while lightly shaking her head, and with a slightly painful laugh, Jessica spoke.
いや、むしろ話してくれたおかげで冷静になれたぜ。
Yeah, what's done is done.
頭を砕かれちまったってところを伏せられてたら、
You could still have a hope, huh?
私はひょっとすると生きてるかもしれないって言って、屋敷へ向かいじいさまに出くわして、ひょっとすると殺されてたかもしれない。一抹の希望が命取りになった可能性だってあるわけさ。
True.
その意味では感謝してるよ。
本当に申し訳ございません。言葉をあまりに選ばなかったことはお詫びします。
今はいいよ。母さんはもうどうしようもないけど、父さんはまだ生きてる。カノン君もシャノンもキリエおばさんも南條先生もね。なんとか彼らを助けたいし、彼らに負担をかけないためにも余計なことをするべきではない。電話の前で待機してることが今は一番の協力になるかもしれないし。
They might receive a phone call asking them to create a diversion while the other escaped, or the others might discover their location and call for rescue. Jessica understood that, in order to act promptly when the time came, the only thing they could do for the time being was to wait in this room. I can imagine... Oh, what's going on? Also, I can imagine that Kinzo just like calling them in this room and asking some questions because he want to like test them or something. I can like entirely like see that because he's mad. Once they had finished inspecting the downstairs area and looking up, George, Butler and Goda returned. Each was holding various objects. George had things like drinks, canned food, crackers and other types of snacks he had found in the lung and the storage room, as well as first aid kit. Okay. They were all consumables that would be essential during the siege. Goda had a large folding ladder and carpentry tools. Those were to seal the door from the inside just in case. If it came to it, the ladder was for escaping out the window. Great thinking! Like I was saying before, like you could prepare a rope or something. Okay, ladder is also an amazing idea. Good job, Goda. Butler had brought up objects that could only be used as edged weapons or poles. In addition to the obvious kitchen knife, there was a disassembled table leg that could be used as a club, and a pole roughly the size of a person, which he would apparently made by taking apart a hat stand. Even though the pole had no point, it could surely be used like a spear. Oh, that was a smile of Butler. There was a good chance that the enemies had guns, so it was obvious whatever they would be any of use. But it was still better than not having them, and if having this could give them at least a little peace of mind, then they would be useful for their calming effect. Then, the bed and sofa were placed up against the door, barricading it. Also, if you have melee weapons like this, you can like hide on the sides of the door if they rush in with guns, and you can just club them. Or you can just wait them. Like, yeah, they could like use, like, just stick out the hand and just shoot you, but they would like still be hit in the head then. So I would say that this is pretty good. Well, probably they can shoot like through the... Actually no, it depends how thick the walls are. Probably very thick. It's probably like a brick or something. So they can't shoot through this. They didn't go so far as to seal it up with nails. There was still a chance that crowds and others would escape and come to meet with them. They had apparently set up a barricade at the top of the stairs as well. It had been set up in the way that would create a racket, so it would serve as a warning alarm as well. This is like amazing idea. That had apparently been Butler idea. Oh, that's why it's amazing idea. Okay. For that reason they turned the TV off. This way, if the first floor window were to be broken, they would hear. Unless Maria will go into another tantrum because she cannot watch TV. And she will be oohing all the time and they can like hear nothing. Once the switch had been turned, all that was left was an eerie silence. I bet Maria will get like bored as hell and everything. The sound of violent wind and rain. Were they going to have to spend the whole night being crushed by such suspense? The boat would come tomorrow morning. Also, what I find interesting, none of the status is updated. At this point, this should be updated long time ago. This is very weird, and I don't know if this is a mistake from the Umineko writers and programmers that they did not update this yet? Or what? Maybe they're just updating when someone actually discovers bodies? Probably that's the case, because no one discovered their bodies. No one discovered body of Natsuhi being dead. They just saw it. Like, Kraus saw it, Kiria saw it, Nanjo, but no one like confirmed that, so I guess that's why it's not updating. So should I treat them as potentially being still alive? Huh. Maybe... What if like every single one of them is inside of this? What if like everyone have like one goal? Like one specific goal, like all the adults have the goal. And it's something related to the kids. What if they are all in this actually? And they're just creating the situation. So these guys are actually like tested, and maybe like the whole point is, maybe they agreed like long time ago that one of these will become like next Ushiromiya head, and they just like creating situation to test them right now. I don't know, this is a crazy idea, but maybe? I mean, if they're alive and not updated, then who knows? Well, we still have the letter from not Maria and everything. But yeah, let's just talk about current situation. Let's just not dive into like another areas of Umineko. This is not for now. Not for now. The boat will come tomorrow morning. However, judging by the weather report, most of tomorrow was going to be covered in the typhoon, and the boat probably wouldn't come. The typhoon was set to pass by in the morning, after the day after tomorrow. In other words, the boat will be arriving in the morning after next, the morning of October 6th. And right now, it was late at night on October 4th. They would have to spend more than 30 hours on this island, with Kinzo and Cold-Blooded the Murderer, and his weird companions, proving about. Even with the shutters closed, there would definitely be a bit of light seeping out. It might let the enemy know that they were hiding here. But I suggested that it might be the best to turn off the lights. They had already been overwhelmed by the ghastly feeling just from turning the TV off. There wasn't anyone who directly challenged his proposal, but then again, there wasn't a single other person who agreed with it. Yeah. Oh my god, Maria! I swear! I was right? Maria is going to get under tantrum. She's so going to get loud.
敵の侵入の音を聞き逃すわけにはいかない。
つまんない。
Yeah. Even though she had been told of her mother's death, Maria alone didn't feel an approaching sense of danger. Yeah, she's like, I don't care. Rosa's dead. I don't care, I hated her. She just seems to be upset that the TV had been turned off. Even though she's in such a bizarre situation, can she not share our sense of danger? Is it because she's so young? To battle even this faintly unsettling feeling from such a young girl made him sense that there was something very eerie about Maria. Yeah, like every episode. And we are back to Cell.
とは言ったものの、万策尽きたわね。鉄格子はなんとかなりそう？
残念だが、想像以上に堅牢だ。いつ頃に作られたものか知らんが、耐用年数も文句なし。実に優良な物件だよ。
Kitty chuckled softly. They had no moves they could make, but she had calmed just a little.
さながらここは取られた駒を置く駒置き場ですな。
Interesting analogy.
打つ手はもはやありませんか。
まだよ。諦めるには早いわ。
Well, you still have a phone.
思考の停止は鼓動の停止に同じよ。
だな。チェスの駒置き場に意味はないが、将棋ならば大きな意味を持つこともある。
Can they? I don't know. I know that shogi is basically a Japanese chess, but I don't know all the rules.
駒置き場の一枚の歩が相手にプレッシャーを与えることだってあるはずだ。
Okay.
なるほど。しかし、この鉄格子は
How does that work? Can you let me know in the comments? Do you know maybe about shogi? How one captured pawn can make a pressure? Can you like take your beaten pieces back to the board or something?
「私たちにはね。でもここの場所を特定し、郷田さんに連絡することができれば、助けに来てもらうことはできるかも。
なるほど。しかし郷田さんに危険を強いることになりますな。その場合、成人男性が不在になるゲストハウスのお子さんたちも不安です。
リスクを恐れるなら、 事態が好転するまで塩漬けにするのも悪くない。もっとも損切りを恐れれば紙切れ同然になるかもしれんがね。我々の命がだが。
Yep.
親の子犬もね。私たちで何とかするからおとなしくしていなさいって偉そうに電話して、その下の根も乾かないうちに助けを求めるなんて実にかっこ悪いわね。
Yeah.
この後に及んではくだらんプライドなどとっくに紙切れだ。知恵を絞ろうじゃないか。ここはどこなんだ。本当に食堂の真下なのだろうか。
I don't think so. Like I said, it's still entirely possible it's over 30 minutes. So they can be under Kuvadorian or under the chapel.
それとも屋敷とは異なる別の場所だろうか。
Kraus, Kiri, and Nanjo began to discuss this further. Oh, we have different CG. I mean, it's a CG we already had, but from further, like, from outside, because we have the bars actually here. Kano was squatting by the bars, silently trying to sense anyone's presence, just as he's been ordered. Shannon came close to him, and they both squatted down together.
気配は感じるの？
Oh?
こちらに意識は向けていないけれど、比較的近くに誰かいる。
Okay.
それは人間？
Oh, this is very specific.
ヤギたちだと思う。
Oh, wait, what the fuck? Are we really going into territory of magic again? And why they're so serious about this? They're like literally openly speaking about the goats.
あいつらの吐息は実に賑やかだよ。
Canon's ability to sense the presence of others was several levels above that of the human. He said that the breathing was noisy, but Kraus and the rest couldn't even pick up the slightest hint of it. Therefore, we had obediently reported it. They would have merely doubted Canon's ears.
捕まっちゃったね。
珍しいよ。殺されないで捕まるなんて。
It's rare. This is awfully specific. It's suggesting that this happened many times before. If this is the first time, he wouldn't tell it's rare. There's nothing rare about this if this happens first time to you. Yeah, this is like strongly suggesting what I said in one of the previous episodes, that it's possible that every episode is a continuation, but also a reset. Like, it's different situation, but it kind of like save progress from the previous one. I don't know how to explain this. It's like a danger crawler. You die, you reset, and you still have experience. So it's like he remembers the previous episodes, like no one was captured and everyone died. And maybe it was like even longer. Maybe there were episodes that we are not aware of. Maybe there's something before episode 1. And everything started before episode 1. I talked about this in like episode 2. I think I had that theory that maybe episode 1 is not actually the first time and the first butler we saw. Maybe the butler from episode 1 is actually... I mean, butler from Meta World is actually butler not from episode 1, but the butler from before episode 1. That's what I thought about in the episode 2. This is awfully specific. I don't know, maybe I'm getting mad because... Yeah, Umineko is crazy. Like, you can like do anything with this. And have fun with making theories. That's great. I really like Umineko. Like, you can like make so many things out of this. and then be surprised or be relieved, because you will think about this right or wrong, and yeah, it's great. It's great. No wonder you're finding new stuff about years after years.
今回はベアトリーチェ様がお越しにならないし、親方様が書斎を出られるし。
Yeah.
何が何だかわからないね。
Again, this time didn't make appearance. True, she did appearance all previous games outside of episode 1. Well, by just her magic she appeared, but not by herself. And Kinzo left the study. This is the first time as well. At least the first time we know about this.
わかるさ。
This is so a loop. This story is a loop.
何が起ころうと変わろうと、すべてあの魔女の気まぐれと余興。
And they retain the memories. I feel like maybe they are like, maybe only the servants and Kinzo are like the only one that are able to preserve the memories from the games, because it doesn't seem like anyone else knows about this stuff. Gouda also, Kumasawa as well. It doesn't seem like they know. So only few people knows about like this stuff. Very curious.
結果は何も変わらないのさ。
What if this is like a big stage and everyone is like at the end like dragged into like being unconscious and they like lose memories and they just recreate this, like, you know, like one big Truman Show. And this whole island is just like being reset and they think that this is the same day, but it's actually not. And this is like, how many days is it? Like 3 days per episode, so it might be like 2 weeks now? Maybe they're like 2 weeks in.
今回は黄金鏡に行けるかな。
You probably are in already.
さあね。
Also, yeah, again, Golden Land this time.
僕たちは脱落率が高いから。
High rate of losing. This.
そういえば、
That's.
2人で第一の番を生き延びたのってずいぶん珍しいね。
Very rare for us to survive the first Twilight together. What the actual fuck? Oh my god, Shannon, this conversation is like one of the most important conversations for episode 4 theories, I think. Oh my god.
儀式が始まってるのに、こうして2人でお話できるなんて、なんだかすごく珍しい気がする。
そうかもね。でも、それもまた魔女の余興だろうさ。僕たちがいつもすぐに脱落するから、今度は少し生き延びさせて、からかってやろうくらいにしか思ってないよ。
また、黄金鏡にはたどり着けないのかな。
どうせそうさ。下手な期待を持つと、またつけ込まれる。
そうだね。前回はカノン君がつけ込まれたもんね。
This is a loop. Last time he got advantage. Yes. Oh my.
僕はバカだ。
Oh my god, this episode is amazing. I did not expect this episode to become like this. Okay, this is a proof. Umineko don't need shocking scenes. It just needs shocking writing. Khan made a sour look and turned his head. Sean laughed softly and apologetically leaned towards her shoulder.
でも、お嬢様が無事でよかったね。
第一の番を逃れただけさ。それ以降の番により無残な方法で殺されるのを待たされているだけかもしれない。
Might be.
それを言ったら姉さんこそ。
Because you here doesn't mean that you are only you will be the sacrifices. But Kinzo want to test the kids, so I don't think they will die. Unless he will still give like permission to shoot anyone like they want.
ジョージ様が無事でよかったじゃないか。二人で黄金鏡にたどり着けるといいね。
ありがとう。同じことをカノン君とお嬢様にも。
僕は期待はしてないよ。
We have Tsundere Kanon here.
姉さんの言う通りだ。あの魔女はご褒美をぶら下げて相手が右往左往するのを見て楽しんでるだけなんだ。
I swear, if this is like a one big fucking Truman show.
どうせ誰も黄金鏡に行けやしない。
If this is one big scene and they just keep repeating the same stuff.
僕がお嬢様と黄金鏡にたどり着きたいと願ってしまったなら、あいつはそれこそ面白がって絶対に僕たちをたどり着かせたりはしない
That
さ。
person, eh?
そうだね。ベアトリーチェ様はより面白くなるように生贄の順番を考えてる。
無作為に選んでるなんて大嘘だ。
Yep, pretty much. I kind of established that in like episode 2 or 3.
あのペテンシ
Like,
マ
there's no roulette. Like, she literally just decided, hey, you will die, I give you a choice and stuff like that. So yeah, that's like total bullshit.
どうせ黄金鏡にたどり着けばあらゆる願いが叶うなんてのも嘘っぱちに決まってる。
Probably didn't thought about it yet, but probably, you're right.
そんなことはないよ。黄金鏡は素晴らしい
How
と
do you
ころだ
know,
よ。
though?
行ったことあるの？
ちょっぴりだけね。
Wait, what? Wait, what?
それすらもベアトリーチェ様の戯れだったのだろうけど。
どんなとこなの？
Okay.
うん。素晴らしいところだよ。うまく説明できない。安らかな夢の中みたいな世界。
バラが咲き乱れてて美しい蝶が舞ってるような極楽みたいな感じ。
そういう具体的なイメージのところじゃないの。本当に夢の中みたいなところなの。
Oh, we have the soundtrack.
そこにいる
Oh.
ときはとても穏やかで安らかで、いつまでも眠ってることを許されてる。まるで休日の早朝のお布団の中みたいな感じ。カーテンの隙間から日が差してきて、そろそろ起きないと思うんだけど。
Oh.
僕なら損したと思うな。休日なのに勘違いして起き出すなんて姉さんくらいだ。それで？
うん。そこにいた時はね、満たされててとても穏やかだった。でも元の世界に戻ってくると、つい直前までそこにいたはずなのに、うま
Interesting.
く思い出すことができないの。
So Shannon's been there.
ついさっきまで見ていた夢が思い出せないのによく似てる。でもとっても穏やかで静かな世界だったことだけは覚えてるの。
So maybe this place is not Golden Land. I mean, the room that's where the gold is pretty much calm and awesome.
それだけ？なんだ、あいつが偉そうに言う黄金鏡なんて大したことないな。何でも願いが叶う場所だと思ってたのに。
その通りだよ。何でも願いが叶う場所。少し違うかもしれない。何も願わなくてもいい場所
One
正
wish for
解かもしれ
anything.
ないね。
That's kinda sad existence though.
例えばカノン君が寒くて上着が欲しいと願った時、上着をもらえればとても幸せなことだけど、そもそも暖かい部屋にいられたなら上着が欲しいなんて願う必要さえもないでしょ。黄金鏡はそういうところなの。大抵の願いは願う必要さえなくなる。
I think like these are metaphors.
すべてから解放された何もかもが穏やかな世界なの。与えられて幸せという概念さえも超越したすべてから解放された世界とでも言えばいいのかな。
なんだか宗教っぽい世界だな。
そしてそこではすべてが平等なの。意志ある存在はすべてが平等。人間も家具も魔女もない。そこでの私は誰とも対等で公平。もう家具だからと何も自分を恥じる必要がない。すべての人間とも、そして魔女とさえ対等な本当に幸せな世界だったの。
I don't know what to think about this.
うまく思い出せないけど、そこでは私、ベアトリーチェ様とさえ対等な関係で、良い友達でいられた気がする。
I literally have no idea what to think about this. This is bizarre.
あの魔女がいるなら、ろくな理想郷じゃないよ。で、その幸せな黄金郷に、姉さんはジョージ様と一緒に行きたいわけだ。おかしな話だね。黄金郷は全てが満ち足りた理想郷なわけでしょ。ジョージ様がいなくても十分に満たされてそうだけど。
Interesting question and suggestion.
黄金鏡はね、とても穏やかで安らかで、すべてが対等で公平だけれど、幸せだけ実は抜けてるの。
What, that sucks.
幸せな世界じゃないの？
もちろん安らかで穏やかで公平というだけですごい幸せな世界だよ。でもそれは例えるなら、すべての悩みというマイナスから解放されたゼロの世界なの。
World of Zero, huh?
人の世はマイナスで満ちてるから、もちろんゼロというのはものすごい幸福なわけだけど、それでも贅沢だよね。それはこういう感じ。穏やかな休日の朝のまどろみの時、最愛の人も隣にいてくれて手を握っててくれたなら、もっともっと素敵な幸せになれるみたいな。ごめん、姉さんは例えが下手くそだね。バカだから。
姉さん。
つまり姉さんにとっての最高の幸せとは、ジョージ様と一緒にその世界にたどり着くことってわけだ。
そしてきっとカノン君にとっては、お嬢様と一緒にその世界にたどり着くことだよ。
公平な世界で二人は悩みから解放されなんだかおかしな宗教を吹き込まれてるみたいだ。僕はもっとこう俗物的な魔法の薬を与えられると人間に生まれ変われるとか、そういう感じの世界を想像してたよ。
行けばわかるよ。ベアトリーチェ様が本当に気まぐれな方なら、いつかきっとカノン君にも垣間見させてくれるに違いない。そうすれば姉さんの例えがよくわかるようになるから。
Why did you get permission though?
ま、過剰な期待はしないことにし
And
とく
now
よ。
I'm starting to thinking like, if we, together with you guys, actually saw Golden Land already in this game. Like the one that Shannon's talking. I wonder if this is actually... I don't think like... At this point, I don't think this is the room that we saw there. This is just a storage for gold. This is some other place. Did we actually saw Golden Land? Huh. So maybe me thinking that Golden Land is like underground and that room is wrong. So I may still have no idea where the Golden Land is. But I still think this place is under Chopper or under Kuvadorian. It's not changing that. It just cast a little bit like shadow and doubt on the Golden Land location and what it is.
いずれにせよ、今回の僕たちはこれでゲームオーバーみたいだし。
Maybe Golden Land is just a state of mind. Just a mindset, basically.
別の機会に期待するさ。
そうだね。おかしな期待を持つとベアトリーチェ様にまたつけ込まれる。
And it's not like a place.
何も考えずただ運命に身を任せるのが私たちには一番かもしれない。
僕たちはただチェスの駒であればいいんだ。何を考えても考えなくてもどうせ魔女のチェス盤からは逃れられない。後のお役目はどういびり殺されるか。ただそんな僕らに黄金鏡の夢なんて虚しすぎる。
そうだね。ごめん。
Canon shrugged his shoulders, then told Shannon to leave him alone, because she was in the way of his duty, distancing himself from her. Realizing her thoughtlessness in bringing up such an inappropriate topic, and instead hurting Canon, Shannon bit her lower lip and stared at the ground. Shannon wouldn't bother him anymore. She went off and crashed down in the corner by herself. Aww. That's sad. At that moment, Canon perked up. It was like the ears of Cat and reacted to a strange sound.
どうしたの？
What's wrong?
旦那様、誰か来ます。
Oh shit, someone's coming. Someone's coming.
何？
They ended the conversation and strained their ears. For a while, they couldn't hear anything. But eventually, they were able to hear the shuffling sounds of a large group of people walking.
おいでなすったわね。
Okay, who's going to be...
年貢の納め時か、さもなくも最初で最後のチャンスか。
Uh-oh.
私が金蔵さんと話しましょう。
If there's a Kinzo
なんとか
in this group.
ここの場所を聞き出してみます。
期待してるわ。
During the last phone call, Kiri had asked what the time over at the guest house was. Oh! That's very okay. By doing that, Kiri had learned that it was the same as her watch, and she had learned that the watches didn't been set back. Okay! Okay, I'm glad I continued reading to this point. So it cannot be under Chapel or Kuvadorian. So it's been literally 10 minutes after they lost consciousness, so it must be under the mansion. There must be some kind of hidden room. Okay. Okay, so my thoughts were wrong. To be honest, personally, I didn't thought about that. I didn't thought that they could like actually ask people in the guest house about the clock. I literally didn't thought about this. This is genius. I'm stupid. Okay. It wasn't just the clocks on the walls in the guest house. Several people watchers, including George and Golda, had marched. If that was the case, it had only been a few minutes between the time of the massacre in the dining and the time they had been transferred to the dungeon. Yep. Not enough time had passed for them to be knocked out and carried away. Then, were those really pitfalls, meaning that this was the area directly under the dining room? Might be under the dining room, but not pitfalls. There can be like some hidden mechanism, something like... under the table and they just like shuffled you down like by the stairs. Maybe the stairs we saw in the episode 3 when Eva found Golden Land, or at least the gold and like storage or whatever. Maybe it was like actually in the mansion, not in the Kuvadorian like I thought, or like under chapel like I thought in the episode 2. Huh. Okay, this is getting good. Like, better and better. Wow, Umineko is just getting better and better. Seriously. All that they could do was pray that Nanjo would find out where this was.
来ます。多分、人数は4人。
4 people, okay.
親方様。並びに、食堂に姿を現したうちの3人かと。
Okay, so we have basically Chester sisters and Kinzo.
もう十分だ。君も後ろに下がりたまえ。あとは私たちで応対する。
シャノンちゃん、申し訳ないけど電話のところに座ってもらえる？
This is genius. This is genius. They can call the guest house and make everyone hear the conversation. They can bug this conversation.
スカートで電話を隠して。
あ、はい。
The shuffle came close. There was the sound of a large door being opened in the hallway. The light they were apparently carrying illuminated the hall, stroking the walls with sharp, razor-like shadows. And then, the light from lantern they had illuminated the prisoners through the bars. The bar's sharp shadows divided them up lengthwise. There were 4 steel toes. It was Kinzo, Ronove, Virgil, and Gap. Okay. This is such a...
後ろ宮家当主ゴールドスミス教のおなりでございます。
He's talking about Kinzo as Goldsmith. Also, he said silence everyone, so we are going to end the episode. We are going to be silent, and we'll see this conversation next time. So... blame Ronove for that. Anyway, this episode was amazing. Oh my god. Like, I did not expect the second half of episode to, like, reveal, basically. I would say this is a reveal. That this is, like, actually a loop or something. Like, it happened several times before, at least to Shannon and Canon. Or maybe this is, like... maybe this was attempted, maybe, like, years ago or something. Maybe they just mentioning that the attempt of ceremony that happened before these events. Maybe this is not like actual loop of the same day, but maybe they mentioned like some previous ceremonies that we are not aware of. Maybe Kinzo tried to do this, exactly the same thing before, with other people, maybe with other servants or something. Like years ago. Maybe Beatrice from Kuvadorian from the backstory, maybe she was one of the sacrifices actually. Of one of the like ceremonies. Wow, that was a great episode. I'm hyped. I hope you are as well. I cannot wait for the next episode. I cannot wait. So I'm waiting for your comments. And yeah, let me know what you think about the episode and about this whole situation. I brought up some questions during the episode. I hope you can answer them. And we'll see what's going to happen next. So thank you for being with me. Thank you for watching. Leave up a like if you like the episode, dislike if you dislike it, and maybe subscribe as well if you want to see more. And thank you once again, and for the Pocket Watch. It's going out.